Hello, real estate friends. It's Bart Jackson talking to you from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm a real estate agent and a real estate appraiser with over 30 years of experience in the Charleston real estate market. I want to talk to buyers just for a minute about some of the requirements that we have before any property can be shown. This is a very healthy practice. I know it is for me because I always want to know who I'm working with. And being able to put something in writing and in place allows me to go over everything that's involved in the process. One of the main things is who's getting paid. I do not do this for free, so I want to be able to sit down and explain how I get compensated. When I'm approached by a buyer to help them, I need to sit down and take a few minutes so we can go over what the process is. And one of the requirements that has to be in place now is a written buyer's agency agreement before any house can be shown. This is very serious. The MLSs are policing this. They know when we are showing property. We schedule them through here in Charleston. Our MLS uses a system called Showing Time. And so they know when we're showing property, and they can request at any time for us to show our buyer's agency documentation. If we are not able to produce that in a timely manner, there are pretty significant fines that we receive. So getting together in advance of showing properties, I think it's almost something I require because I want to know who I'm working with. And you should want to know who you're working with. This is a big transaction and you want to be able to trust each other. You want to know what I'm going to be able to do for you. And I want to know what you're expecting of me. So we can schedule a phone call and we can discuss things. I'm happy to sit down face to face, have a cup of coffee. Let's find somewhere where we can meet. I've also, speaking of meeting, used Google Meet, and that's another easy one to do on the phone or on the computer and talk virtually. So when we meet for the first time or we talk for the first time, it's going to give me a chance to go over what a South Carolina brokerage relationship looks like. I can explain what I'm bringing to the table, what my value is in representing you, and you can explain to me what you want in a real estate agent to help you out. One of the primary things we're going to go over, and what I get questions about fairly frequently, is how do you get paid? And in the buyer's agency agreement, at least the South Carolina form, it's going to specify the exact compensation that I am to receive, basically what it costs to engage me to represent you in the purchase of a property. As we discuss compensation, it's going to be disclosed that my fee is X, and the buyer, you, will be responsible for paying that unless we can find some or all of that compensation from the buyer's side, which they may be offering to buyer's agents who are bringing buyers. Today, over 95% of listings are offering some type of compensation. But this is healthy because it makes everything disclosed upfront and transparent to the buyer. When we go look at a property, before we see it, I'm going to try to inquire, amongst other information I want to know about the house, I'm going to ask if they are offering any buyer agency compensation. And they will let me know. At that point, when we go in to look at a house, you'll know right out of the gate, okay, they're offering compensation, so I don't need to worry so much about having to pay my realtor because it looks like we can probably get that taken care of by the seller and what they're offering. But there are going to be some that say they are not offering any compensation. That keeps all the control with the buyer. They now know, hey, some say, I don't want to see that house. Some say, let's go see it. But while they're seeing it, they're knowing, okay, now I've got one more added cost because I'm going to end up, if I can't get anything out of the deal, I've got to pay my agent. So know that I'm here to show you any house you want to see. And in today's digital world, oftentimes more than not, the buyers are coming up with listings they want to see. Now, seeing listings that buyers have already found, that's a great help to me because I can see what they like and don't like. Then oftentimes I'm able to come up with some options and say, hey, would you like to see these properties? But just know, we're going to find the right house for you. We're going to see every house you want to see, but the disclosure is going to help you understand what the process is instead of just running out, looking at houses, and basically shooting before you aim. We need to sit down, we need to aim, we need to go over some things, and then once that's in place, we can go out and have a healthy showing experience and probably a healthy relationship as we work together and you see that I'm trying to help you, and the more you explain to me what you want, the more that I could try to accommodate you. I'm going to say it again. These are expensive transactions. You need a good representative on your side. Make sure you take a little bit of time in advance to either sit down in person or have a phone call to make sure that everybody's on the same page. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, set the alert button. I'm going to try to put out informative and educational videos, hopefully every week, so that people can tune in and hopefully learn something. Friends, this is important stuff. Always have a professional on your side. I'm here to help. Give me a call if you need me.